Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Guru Brahma classes for JEE and NEET. Today, in this session, we are going to solve PYQ on IUPAC naming of organic compounds. These questions are from JEE mains. Let us start the session, right? Here is the question which is given in 2019. What is the IUPAC name of the following compound? So this is the question. Let us write the structural formula for this given structure. Here it is bond line structure is given. Let us write some detailed structure so that we will be able to solve the problem, or we will be able to write the IUPAC name. Let us write that CH3C, okay, H double bond C, CH3, right, C, H, Br, CH3. Okay. Now here is Br. We have written Br here. Let us number the given compound. If you try to number it, let us take it as left, it as right. So left to right. Left to right it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, you are finding double bond and you are finding substituent. What is substituent here? Bromine is the substituent. Another substituent is also present. So CH3 is also substituent. Bromine is also substituent. When you are considering this as the parent chain, we are finding two substituents. Okay, one is bromine atom, another is methyl group. When you are numbering from left to right, you are getting this double bond. We find double bond at the second position. But when you are numbering from right to left, let us number it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Double bond, where you are finding double bond at third carbon atom. So whenever substituent and multiple bonds are present in the same position, similar position, you see, when you number from right to left, you are getting substituent bromine at second position. When you are numbering from left to right, you are getting a double bond at second position. So when substituent and multiple bond are present, for whom you need to give priority or preference. So preference order, we know preference order. What is the preference order? First we have to give, if functional group is present, we have to give more preference to functional group. Functional group more preference than multiple bond. Then we have to give preference to substitute. Okay. To whom we have to give preference? Last is the substitute. So here what are present in the structure? Multiple bond and substituent are present. Among multiple bond and substituent, which is to be given more preference? Multiple bond. Giving preference means we have to see that when you are numbering, its number or its position must be least. Multiple bond position must be least. What is that? Multiple bond position must be least. So in which numbering, for whether from right to left you are getting least position to multiple bond, or from right to left you are getting least position to multiple bond, when you are numbering from left to right, we are getting least position to multiple bond. So numbering from left to right will be the correct numbering. Are you getting this? So then let us name the compound. Let us name the compound. If you name the compound, we name the IUPAC name according to 5 components. What are those? Secondary prefix, primary prefix, root word, primary suffix, and secondary suffix. These 5 components must be. We have to check these components. If any component is absent, we have to leave that component and we have to write the next component according to this sequence. This sequence we need to follow. So first you have to write secondary prefix, then after primary prefix, then after root word, then after primary suffix, then after secondary suffix. So first secondary prefix. Secondary prefix means what is the secondary prefix? Substituent is the secondary prefix. Here what are the substituents present? The substituents present substituents present are methyl group and bromine atom. Okay, methyl and bromine, right? Let us write the name of this compound. Secondary prefix. What will be the secondary prefix? Will you write here? This is starting with methyl. This is starting with M, methyl group. This is bromo. Okay. Among B and M, if you follow the alphabetical order, which alphabet comes first? B comes first. So when you are writing the names of the substituents, if more than one substituent is present, we have to follow alphabetical order. If you follow alphabetical order, what will be the name of this compound? 4-bromo, right? Next, 3-methyl. This 4-bromo and 3-methyl comes under what? Secondary prefix. They come under secondary prefix. Primary prefix. Do we have primary prefix here? Do we have primary prefix? No. Why there is no primary prefix? Because it is non-cyclic compound. Primary prefix represents that the compound is either cyclic or non-cyclic. If it is cyclic, we use the word called as cyclo. If it is non-cyclic, we don't use this primary prefix. We leave this primary prefix. Then root word. Root word represents the number of carbon atoms in the parent chain. What is the parent chain you have selected? This is the parent chain which contains 5 carbon atoms. 5 carbon atoms. So as there are 5 carbon atoms, what root word do you use? You use pent. Whether it is saturated hydrocarbon or unsaturated hydrocarbon, it is unsaturated because we have double bond at the second position. So to represent that double bond, where is the double bond present in the parent chain? It is present at the second carbon atom. So we write it as 2-ene. So this is the IUPAC name of the given compound. Where is that option? You see 4-bromo 3-methyl pent 2-ene. This will be the answer. Understood? Right? So let us see the next question. Which is given in 2019. Okay. The IUPAC name of the following compound is, you are given this. Looking at the structure, how many functional groups you are finding? One is carboxylic acid, another is alcohol. If more than one functional group is present, we follow priority order. In the priority order of carboxylic acid and alcohols, carboxylic acid is given more priority. Okay. Priority order or preference order, priority order is followed when more than one functional group is present. Okay. High priority group is considered as functional group. High priority group. Taken as functional group, and it is written under secondary suffix. Then low priority group, what is done? Low priority group is considered as substituent. Considered as substituent and written under secondary prefix. Among these two, which has high priority? Carboxylic acid has high priority and OH has less priority. So now OH is what it is considered as a substituent, and COOH is considered as a functional group. Functional group. Okay. If functional group has carbon, if functional group possesses carbon, then always you have to number from that carbon. That means you have to number. How you give number to this? 1. Numbering is to be started from the carbon present in the functional group. If the functional group possesses carbon in it, then the numbering is to be started from that carbon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. This is the parent chain. If this is the parent chain, how many substituents you are finding? OH is one substituent, another substituent is methyl group. What is this? Methyl. So two substituents are there. Where are the substituents written? They are written under secondary prefix. Now only we have seen. Two substituents. One is hydroxy. OH is considered as substituent. If it is considered as substituent, its name is to be written as hydroxy. Okay. So hydroxy and this is methyl. When more than one substituent is present, we need to follow alphabetical order in writing those substituents as IUPAC name. So one is hydroxy, another is methyl. Which comes first? In the alphabetical order, H comes first. So hydroxy comes first. So first what you need to write? 3-hydroxy. See here. What is that? IUPAC name? 3-hydroxy. Then 4-methyl. Secondary prefix is completed. Next, what we have to write? We have to write root word. Root word is 5 carbon atoms. Pent. Carbon single bond. Ale. Secondary suffix is carboxylic acid. For carboxylic acid, we use what secondary suffix? Oic acid. Okay. So 5 parameters, if you check, 3-hydroxy, 4-methyl will be what? Secondary prefix. Pent is root word. Ale is primary suffix. Oic acid is a secondary suffix. As a secondary suffix is starting with AEIOU, vowels O. E of N is removed. E of N is removed. So where is this answer? Let us see. Here. 3-hydroxy, 4-methyl pentanoic acid. Understood? Let us see the next question. Again, it is also given in 2019. Okay. You are finding benzene. You are finding benzene. So whenever it is benzene, see this is benzene. For benzene, primary suffix, primary prefix, and root word and primary suffix. These three are combined and written as benzene. What is that? Primary prefix, root word, and primary suffix. These three are combined and written as benzene. In the case of benzene. Already we have studied that nitro group, chlorine group, and methyl group, all these three are always considered as substituent. NO2, Cl, CH3 are always substituents written under, substituents are always written as secondary prefix. Now, what is the parent chain? Here the parent chain is benzene. What is the parent chain? Parent chain is the benzene. And these three are the substituents. Okay. When more than two substituents are present, we need to follow which rule? We have to follow lowest set. When more than two substituents are present, we need to follow lowest locant set rule. Locant set. This rule we need to follow. Lowest set locant set rule. Okay. So now let us see what is this lowest locant set. Here what is given? NO2, Cl, CH3. If you follow writing the locants of the substituents, one set is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, one locant set. At what position methyl group is present? 1, 2. At second position chlorine is present. At fourth position we have nitro. Okay, so this is one locant set. In one way if you write. In another way if you write, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Another locant set. Let us. In this way, we can write different locant sets. After writing the locant sets, so 1, 3, 6. If you try to write another locant set, this is 1, okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Another locant set. 1, this is nitro is 1, okay, and chlorine is 3, and methyl is 4. In this way we write locant sets. After writing locant sets, then we have to compare these locants in the locant sets. When you compare these, see, in the first 1, 1, 1, so cancel this. Same, all are same, so we don't bother about this. Next locant, where do you find the least number when you compare these three sets? If you see second locant, do you find difference or not? In these three, same. In these two, you find same. But here, you find different. Find it different. So, it is smaller. When it is smaller, then that rule is to be, that numbering is to be followed. That numbering is to be followed. So, now, what numbering is to be followed? This numbering, first method. First method is to be followed. Then remove all those, remove this. That is what a locant set is. Okay. 5, 6, right? Now, this method is to be followed. This is according to lowest locant set. Now, numbering you have done, and there are three different types of, what do we find? We find different substituents. The names, if you write name, this is methyl, this is chloro, this is what? Nitro. Which comes first in alphabetical order? Chloro comes first. Okay, chloro comes first. So where do you find these 2 chloro? See, you find 2 chloro, 1 methyl, 4 nitro. Alphabetical order, C comes first. After that, later, when compared with M and N, M comes first, M and OP, right? Then after, N comes. All these three, 2 chloro, 1 methyl and 4 nitro, all these three are written under secondary prefix. And benzene, last benzene is the combination of primary prefix, root word and primary suffix. So what will be the answer? The answer is fourth option. Understood? This is how we detailedly understanding how to write the IUPAC name of a given organic compound. Right? Next, let us see the next question. So when is this question given? This question is given in 2019 again. Let us write the IUPAC name. In writing this IUPAC name, let us write detailed structure or structural formula CH3. If you write structural formula for this, CH3, next CH2, CH2, C, H, CH, CH3, C triple bond, CH3, right? Then coming to here, C, CH3, right? CH double bond, CH2. This is the detailed structural formula. From where do you start this? First of all, select the parent chain. When you are selecting the parent chain, you have to see that if there is multiple bond in that compound, you have to see that the multiple bond should be present in the parent chain. Though it violates longest chain rule. We have to see that in the parent chain there must be multiple bond if multiple bond is present in the organic compound. So select the parent chain. In selecting this parent chain, we have triple bond and double bond. So both double bond and triple bond should come into this parent chain. Okay. So this will be the parent chain. After selecting the parent chain, from where should we number it? Whether, see, both double bond and triple bond are occupying the similar positions. Okay. So in that case, when both double bond and triple bond occupies similar position, then alphabetical order to be followed. Alphabetical order is followed. So what is this double bond is ene. Triple bond will have ine. In alphabetical order, which comes first? E comes first. So we have to see that this ene, that is double bond should possess least position. If it possesses least position, then where does the numbering start from? The numbering starts from ene here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now, what are the substituents? The substituents, what are the substituents? The substituents are, this is one substituent. What is this? Propyl. This is another substituent. What is this? Methyl. This is another substituent. What is this? Methyl. Where are these present? These are present at third position and fifth position, methyl, and fourth position, propyl. When more than one substituent is present, when you are writing the name of IUPAC, when you are writing the name according to IUPAC, you have to follow alphabetical order in writing the names of substituents. So first what comes among M and P, M and OP, M comes first. So first we have to represent methyl. There are two methyl groups. So what will be the name of that compound? 3, 5 dimethyl, right? 3, 5 dimethyl. Next 4 propyl. Next 7 carbon atoms are there in the parent chain. So what do you write? Hept. And at first carbon atom you have ene, and at sixth carbon atom you have ine. So where is this answer? Here also, when you are writing these two, you need to follow alphabetical order. 1 ene, 6 ine. Okay. So 3, 5 dimethyl. 1 is not there here. 4 propyl. Hept. 1 ene, 6 ine. This will be the answer. Okay. Next, let us see the next question. The IUPAC name for the following compound is, when you write it in detail, let us write it in CH3, C double bond O, H, right? CH double bond, CH, CH3, COOH. So this is the complete structural formula. Let us write the numbering to this. Write the numbering. Okay. If you write numbering to this 1, there are two functional groups. What are those two functional groups? One is carboxylic acid. Okay. One is carboxylic acid. Another is aldehyde. What is this? Aldehyde functional group. Another is carboxylic acid. So among these two functional groups, which has more priority? Carboxylic acid is more priority. Aldehyde has less priority. So which is considered as functional group? So this will be functional group. What is this? This is functional group, whereas this will be substituent. Okay. And when you are numbering after selecting the parent chain, when you are numbering, if the functional group contain carbon, then you have to start giving number from that carbon atom of the functional group. If the functional group contain carbon, numbering is to be given from that carbon. Okay, so let us number. If we number it, 1, 2. So parent chain, let us select the parent chain. So parent chain can be selected in two ways here. Can be selected in two ways. So one way of selecting the parent chain is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I am selecting this. Okay. One, two. See carefully. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. This is one way of selecting the parent chain. If you select the parent chain in this way, then what will be the answer? What will be the answer? See here, what are the substituent you are finding here? What are the substituents? The substituent, if you select this as parent chain, this will be the substituent. Okay. Substituent. And this is also substituent. Substituent. Okay. Two substituents are there. Then when you write the name, then what do you write the name? Okay. This is also substituent. At this carbon atom, you are finding, okay, what you are finding? C double bond O. What you are finding? C double bond O. This C double bond O is also a substituent. Double bond O. Double bond O. So if it is double bond O, when it is written under secondary prefix, we write oxo. Okay, this carbon is coming under parent chain. Now write the name. When you write the name, substituents, two types of substituents are there. One is methyl, and this is also methyl, and this is oxo. Among methyl and oxo, alphabetical order, which comes first? Methyl comes first, M comes first, MnO. So I can write it as 2, 5 dimethyl, right? 6 oxo. At 6th carbon atom, you are having double bond O. Double bond O is written as oxo. 6 oxo. Okay. And the parent chain contains 6 carbon atoms. So hex. At 3rd carbon atom, you are finding double bond ene. Okay. And you are removing this E because the next word is starting with O, oval. Okay. 1 oic acid. So this will be the answer. Do you find the answer here? 2,5-dimethyl, 6-oxo, hex 3-ene oic acid. So this will be the answer. If you, the same can also be asked in a different way. Selection can be in a different way also. So let us see. CH3, CH, C double bond O, H, right? CH double bond CH, CH, CH3, what is that? COOH. Now let us give numbering to this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I did not give numbering to aldehyde functional group. We have given numbering to parent chain is selected methyl. Now this will be the substituent and this is the substituent. Only two substituents. When complete CHO, for this complete CHO, we use the word called as formyl. We use a formyl. So when the parent chain is selected in this way, you can also select the parent chain in this way. Here it is given a different one. So if you select parent chain in this way, then what will be the answer? What will be the answer? The answer will be, okay, This is formyl, this is methyl. Which comes first? F, F comes first. Right? So I can write at what carbon atom you are finding formyl at fifth carbon atom. So I write it as 5-formyl 2-methyl hex 3-ene 1-oic acid. You can find here 6-formyl 2-methyl hex 3-ene 1-oic acid. The difference is here it is given 6. If it is 5, this will also be the correct answer. Here it is given 6. So this is wrong answer. So in this way also you can write you can also select. Okay. Let us move to the next question. The IUPAC name of the following compound is. If you see here, you are finding one functional group containing carbon attached to the ring. When functional group possessing carbon, what is that? Possessing carbon is attached to ring, special names are given. Special names are given. Okay. Now this question, in this question, what is given here? This is ring. To this ring, what is attached? COOH is attached. Okay, if carboxylic acid is present, we use the word called as oic acid. But the name of this compound is, what is this ring? Ring contains 5 carbons. How many carbons it is containing? 5 carbons. And it is in the form, the cyclic ring. So I use the word called as cyclo. 5 carbons are there. Pentane. This carbon which is present in the carboxylic acid group is not coming under this parent chain. Parent chain is containing only 5 carbon atoms, pent. Parent chain is containing only these 5 carbons. Under this parent chain, this carbon atom is not coming. So simply I cannot use oic acid. I have to use a special name called as a complete carboxylic acid. Carboxylic acid. I am using the complete word carboxylic acid. Why I am using? Because this carbon of this functional group is not coming into the parent chain. As this carbon is not coming into the parent chain, that carbon is to be clearly mentioned in the form of carboxylic acid. Simply I cannot use oic acid. Are you getting this? Right? Now let us go with the name. If you number this, how can you number this? Numbering 1. Why you are numbering? What is the parent chain? The cyclopentane parent chain. What is parent chain? Parent chain is cyclopentane. Okay. 1. Next, whether you have to move clockwise or anti-clockwise, you have to move anti-clockwise, because at the second position you have another substituent. Why you are numbering 1 here? Because we have to give more preference to the functional group. So this is the functional group, whereas these two are substituents. Methyl group and bromine atom are substituents, whereas COOH is the functional group. So you start from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then what will be the name of that? When two functional groups are present, we have to, while you are writing the name, we have to follow what order? Alphabetical order. So this is methyl, and this is what? Bromo. So first, what comes? Bromo comes. At what position we have bromo? Fourth position. So 4 bromo 2 methyl cyclopentane carboxylic acid. Carboxylic acid. If you see 5 parameters, what is this? 4 bromo and 2 methyl comes under secondary prefix. Cyclo comes under primary prefix. Pent comes under root word. Ane comes under primary suffix. Carboxylic acid comes under secondary suffix. So here in this compound we are finding all the components which are used to write IUPAC name. Understood? So what is the answer here? This will be the answer, fourth option. Okay. When it is given in 2020 JEE main. Let us see the next question. Again, already we have spoken now. When functional group containing carbon is attached to ring, special name is given. Special names are given. Now here benzene, okay, ring. To this what is attached? Functional group CHO. What is this? Aldehyde functional. Now the name of this, what is this? Benzene ring. So I can write this is benzene. Now this carbon is not coming into this root word. So benzene represents primary prefix plus root word plus primary suffix. Under this root word, this carbon of the functional group is not coming. So I cannot use all. Okay. So the special name is used. What is that? Benzene carbaldehyde. Benzene carbaldehyde, or I can use it as benzaldehyde. Why? Because benzaldehyde is very famous. Commonly it is called as benzaldehyde, and it is very famous as benzaldehyde. So IUPAC, according to IUPAC also you can use this benzaldehyde because it was very famous as benzaldehyde. Are you getting this? So the benzene ring attached with aldehyde functional group can also be mentioned as benzene carbaldehyde or benzaldehyde. Now the remaining groups, if you see these remaining groups, what are those remaining groups? You find amine functional group. When you compare this aldehyde and amine functional group, which has more priority? Aldehyde functional group has more priority, high priority. What is that? High priority group. So when it is high priority, it is considered as functional group. What is that? Functional group. So if there is another functional group, then that can be considered to be substituent. What does it become? Substituent. So now how many substituents are there? There are 3 substituents. What are those? One is amine, another is, this is what? Hydroxymethyl. What is that? Hydroxymethyl. This is what? Nitro. Okay. So if you write in detail the structure, then what you write is, you will write it in this. CH2OH, NH2, this is NO2, this is CH2. Generally, what is this C? This is methyl, right? If one of the hydrogen is replaced with OH, then what is that called as a hydroxymethyl. So now this will be hydroxymethyl. Numbering starts from the high priority functional group 1. Then if you move in anti-clockwise direction, you will get at third position amine. But at the second position, you are finding nitro. So 2, clockwise direction, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this should be the numbering. When this is the numbering, then what will be the name? You have to follow alphabetical order. So first what comes? A comes. So at what position you are finding amine? Fifth position. So 5, right? Amino. Among H and N, what comes first? H comes first. So then at what position you are finding hydroxymethyl? At fourth position. So 4 hydroxymethyl, right? Then at second position you have nitro. In all these we find only benzaldehyde. So directly we can write benzaldehyde. So where is that option? That option is at, if you see, 5 amino 4 hydroxymethyl 2 nitrobenzaldehyde. Understood? Next, coming to when you write this in detail, then what will you write this? First, let us write from this. CH3, C triple bond, C double bond, H. Okay. In some detail, if you mention it. So this part we are writing. This part. Okay. Then CH3, C triple bond, C. Then after C. If you find here, there is a double bond. There is a double bond. And here you find H. And C. Here Br. Next here CH. This is detailed writing. H. Okay. Now you are given in the options E naming, E and Z. Where do you find this E and Z? E and Z nomenclature. Where do you find the geometrical isomers? In the case of geometrical isomers, you find E and Z. E and Z naming. So geometrical isomers are found at double bond, not at triple bond. So where do you find this E and Z at this double bond? And when you are numbering, where do you number this? From where do you number? We number it from this carbon atom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. From right to left. Here, if you see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the number. You can correlate these two structures. Because at the second position, you are finding substituent as well as double bond. But if you start from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then at second position, you can find triple bond, but there is no substituent. And among double bond and triple bond, if they occupy similar position, we already studied that we have to write according to alphabetical order. Okay, so this will be the correct numbering. And this is correct numbering. Now you see, high priority groups are on the opposite side. High priority groups are on the opposite side. See, when CH3 and Br are given high priority, according to priority, this is given as first priority, this is given as second priority. SIP rules. Do you remember the SIP rules? Atomic number. Carbon atomic number is only 6. Bromine atomic number is more than carbon. Hydrogen atomic number is only 1. Carbon atomic number is 12. 6. So this group has high priority, this group has less priority. So priority 1, this is priority 2, according to SIP rules. So when two high priority groups are on the opposite side, then we write E configuration. E configuration. At what carbon you are finding this E configuration? At carbon 2. So at the carbon 2, there is double bond and high priority groups are on the opposite side. So we write it as 2E. When you learn geometrical isomerism, you will know how to identify geometrical isomers and how to write this E and Z nomenclature or E and Z configuration. When two high priority groups are on the opposite side, then we write E. So 2E. Then what are the substituents here? The substituents are bromine. What is that? Substituent is what? Bromine. Bromine atom. Okay. So at second carbon atom we have bromine, bromo. Okay. Then what is the parent chain? The parent chain is the parent chain contain how many carbon atoms? 6 carbon atoms. So hex. At second carbon atom we have ene, and at the fourth carbon atom we have ine. Triple bond at fourth carbon atom. So where is this answer? So 2E, 2 bromo, hex, 2 ene, 4 ine. So this is the answer. Okay. Let us move to the next question. Coming to the next question, the IUPAC name of ethylidene chloride. Okay. We have two different configurations here. One is ethylene dichloride. Ethylene dichloride means, so if two halogen atoms, two chlorine atoms are attached to adjacent carbon atoms, then this is called as ethylene dichloride. Here it is as ethylidene chloride. Then what is that? Ethylidene chloride. Then in this, two carbon atoms are attached to the same carbon atom. Here you see, two chlorine atoms are attached to the same carbon atom. Then this will be ethylidene chloride. Then what will be the name of this compound? When as the substituents are present, we number from here. We know that if substituents are present, that substituent possesses less number when you are numbering the parent chain. Okay, 1, 2. So 1, comma 1. Okay, dichloroethane. Right? 1, comma 1 dichloroethane. Next, let us see 12th question. The correct IUPAC name of the following compound is. If you write details, structure NO2, CH2, CH, double bond, C, CH3, right? C, double bond O, CH2, okay, C, double bond O, H. So this is the details structural formula for the given bond line structure. This is bond line structure. This is detailed structural formula. Okay, let us number. What are the functional groups you are finding here? Two functional groups we find. What are those two functional groups? One is, this is aldehyde, and this is ketone. Among aldehyde and ketone functional group, which has high priority, more priority, aldehyde is having more priority than ketone. So aldehyde, as aldehyde is more priority, having more priority than ketone, it is considered as functional group. What is this? Functional group. Whereas ketone is what? Substituent. When more than one functional groups are present, the one which is having high priority is considered as functional group, the other is considered as the substituent. Okay. Here there is another substituent also. What is that other substituent? The other substituent is nitro. Okay. And we have studied that if the functional group contain carbon, the numbering is to be started from that carbon when you are numbering the parent chain. So let us number the parent chain. When you number 1, 2, right, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? This is numbering the parent chain. Now write the name. How many substituents are there? There are 3 substituents here. One is ketone group, oxo. When ketone group is considered as a substituent, we use the word called as oxo. Okay. This is what methyl, and this is what nitro. So let us write the names of these substituents as secondary prefix. When you write the names of these substituents as secondary prefix, then what name do you write? Alphabetical order, which comes first? MNO. So first comes methyl. So I can write it as 4-methyl because methyl group is present at the 4th position. 4-methyl, 6-nitro, 3-oxo. At third position we have double bond O. Double bond O is oxo. Next, parent chain contains 6 carbon atoms. So hex. At 4th carbon atom you are finding a double bond. So 4-ene. And 1 at 1st carbon atom we have aldehyde functional group al. 1R, enol. Right? Now you see 4-methyl 6-nitro comes under what? Secondary prefix. 3-oxo also. What is that? 3-oxo also comes under secondary prefix. Hex comes under root word. Ene comes under primary suffix. All comes under secondary suffix. What is missing? Primary prefix is missing because it is not a cyclic compound. It is a non-cyclic compound. So where is this answer? 4-methyl 6-nitro 3-oxo 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? Four methyl 6-nitro 3-oxo hepta 4, 5, 6. Seven carbon atoms is 1, 2, 3. Okay, 4 carbon, 5 carbon, 6 carbon. That's it. There is another carbon. He gave it is heptane. 4 ene, 4 ene, 1 R. Okay, so it is only hex now. So there may be one more carbon atom here. C double bond O, and this is H. Okay, second carbon, third carbon, fourth carbon, fifth carbon, sixth carbon. So there may be one more carbon missing in the structure, right? So 4-methyl 6-nitro. According to this structure, we find this name. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's it. So there may be one more carbon missing in the structure, right? So let us wind up this session. This is all with this session. We shall meet in the next session with the remaining questions which are asked in the JEE Main previous year. There are several questions. There are nearly 35 questions. We have discussed only 12 questions. The remaining questions we shall discuss in the next lecture. Thank you for watching. Let us meet in the next lecture.